We talk with head Tiger tennis coach Jeff Bramlett just a minute on ETBU Extra. We want to talk about the results of this week's ETBU fan vote. This week's favorite win. What did you vote as the ETBU's favorite win? All these games happened on February 7th. Was it the baseball walk-off win against Chapman, which we just talked about with Jared Hood, the Tiger baseball coach? Or was it the 15th straight home win by the Tiger basketball team as they defeated Concordia on Saturday? Or was it the win that women's basketball had as they swept Concordia this season, winning both games as they played against them? And the winning vote this week, sponsored by ETBU alums Matt and Courtney Workman of Team High Purpose and Advocare. The winning choice by you was the walk-off win in the baseball game as ETBU won its first baseball game of the season. Josh Warmington with a 3-run homer in the bottom of the ninth to give the Tigers the 10-9 win over Chapman University. Time now to talk to Tiger tennis on our last segment of ETBU tennis. And Coach Bramlett, last time we talked about you going to Kerrville to play in the Shriner Invitational. And as I looked at how your team did, let's talk about the performance. Did very well.
Yeah, we had a real good start to the season. I was very pleased with them. We finished actually fourth on the men's side and third on the women's side. So I probably couldn't have asked for a better start to the season.
Let's talk first about your women's team. Your daughter, Kate Bramlett, part of that team, and her doubles partner, Elizabeth Morton, placed second in Flight 1 doubles draw. They must have played some great tennis over the weekend.
They really did. Yeah, it's the first time they've played together in college. Of course, they played together all through high school, but I suspected they'd be pretty good on the college level. And I put that together, put that in on the entry information that I felt like they would be, maybe the best team in the tournament, and they showed it. And they beat an undefeated team from Southwestern in the semifinal, maybe the match of the tournament. They were down 5-0 and came back and won that thing in the tiebreaker, and just lost a very, very good team from Shriner in the finals. But gosh, I couldn't ask for anything more from our number one girls doubles, and same thing from our number two girls doubles team. We threw them together at the very last second, and they came in second as well and had a great tournament.
As a coach, when you put these double teams together, I mean, how difficult it is for a player who's used to playing singles now move to playing that double role? Because I know it's totally different makeup out there on the court.
Yeah, it's completely different, and sometimes they don't get a whole lot of doubles experience in high school. Sometimes they just grow up playing the USTA tournaments and doing singles only, and don't get a whole lot of work up at the net or having to work with a partner, and it's just a completely different beast. Trying to play a team sport and trying to coordinate with a partner and that sort of thing, and it takes a real chemistry, and it just takes a little bit of experimenting and trying to find that chemistry that works well together.
In the women's side of the Shriner tournament, your team finished third out of 9 teams overall. You must have also had some good performances by some other lady Tigers in that tournament. Kind of talk about them as well.
Yeah, our three team also, Siobhan Newell and Deja Ellis, they finished in the top 4 in the girls doubles. So all the girls doubles teams had a very strong showing. Of course, Kate at the number 1 girls singles, she got to the finals. She ended up having to pull out because of a sore back, or maybe would have had a shot to have won that thing. Jabri at the 2 girls singles, she ended up getting third, beat Laterno's number 2 player in the final match. Sierra, she finished top 4. Let's see here at the line 4. Elizabeth finished top 4. And then Deja at line 6 finished. She was a semifinalist, and Siobhan was a semifinalist also. So everybody had a top 4 finish on the girls. So that's one of the reasons we had such a high finish. Everybody won their first round match in the girls.
Now let's move to the men's side that you also coach here at Tiger Tennis. Aaron Lagoria won Flight 3 singles. What a great victory for him.
Oh, yeah. We were real pleased with him. I mean, he probably, could have had a shot to have been player of the week, for the entire conference. If I could have just gotten that information in on time for him. But we were very, very proud of Aaron. I mean, that was one of the best tournaments he's had. He was just very workmanlike the whole time, and some of the best tennis we've seen him play all year long. And just he's got a beautiful game. If you ever get a chance to come out and see him play, he just makes it look very easy. He really does.
Now, as a Tiger tennis team, you finished 4th out of 9 teams. You must have also had some good performances from other of your Tiger men tennis players as well. Can you talk about those performances?
Oh boy, gosh! In the singles, I know Tyler. He finished fourth, I believe, or third in the singles. Ryan, he almost he lost a super tiebreaker first round to Our Lady of the Lake, a kid from Australia. And the kid ended up winning the tournament. I don't think dropped another set the rest of the tournament. So Ryan gave him the best tournament of the match. And then I think Ryan went on and I believe won the consolation. And then, of course, Aaron won the tournament at 3. 4, Jonathan, I believe, finished third at the 4. And then and then I believe our 6 singles was Scott, and he finished. I believe he finished. Where did Scott? Scott won the consolation, and then 5. Let's see here. Who do we have down at 5? You got a cheat sheet there?
No, I don't have a cheat sheet.
I know we finished top 4 at the 5, but we did real good there at the 5, and then in the boys doubles. Tyler and Jonathan, they finished 4th, and then Ryan and Aaron, they finished 3rd in the boys doubles, and then we had a 4th finish with Connor and Laramie.
Talking Tiger tennis with the head Tiger tennis coach Jeff Bramlett, and this weekend's going to be a busy weekend on the campus. Everybody's at home, including Tiger tennis. Friday, you host McMurray at the Veterans Memorial Tennis Complex. You got to be looking forward to playing your first home match against another university.
It was Laramie at 5.
Laramie at 5.
Yeah,
all right.
Yeah. I knew I'd remember it later, but yeah, Laramie beat LeTourneau first round. We had a lot of head-to-head wins against LeTourneau, which is always exciting. But yeah, Laramie had a top 4 finish also, and then had to pull out because of a lower back injury. But yeah, we get to play McMurray, our first home match, and it's just. I was watching ESPN today, and I had Kevin Costner on there, and they were talking about the Field of Dreams, and it's sort of like same thing. Build it, and they will come. Yeah, and we've had the players that have come, and they're playing for us now, and then we've got a bunch of teams that are coming, and wanting to play us on our home courts, and Mark Hathorn is one of them from McMurray, and he was the first one that told me that. I was looking at some college jobs at the time, and I had mentioned a few jobs, and he told me, "Hey, Bramlett, I think you should apply for East Texas Baptist," and that's one of the first times I'd ever heard of East Texas Baptist and heard of the job opening. So it's really special that was going to be our first college match. And Brian Rainwater, he's the assistant coach, and I used to go down there and when Brian was still playing on the team there, and would help them with the college camps there. And back then, I think. Elizabeth and Kate were just freshmen, and they were attending tennis camps there. So we've had a good relationship with them for a long time. So it's a really special first match for us to have right there on our home campus.
Well, Coach Bramlett, thank you for your time today on E2 Extra.
You.
Always good to talk Tiger tennis, and we'll talk Tiger tennis again next Wednesday. So looking forward to be back on the show next Wednesday and talk about the match against McMurray.
Be looking forward to it.
Tiger tennis at home for the first time in a long time as they play on their brand new Veterans Memorial Tennis Complex courts. They're located at the corner of Van Zant Drive and Tiger Drive. Matches begin at 3 p.m. Friday, so if it's a beautiful afternoon and expected to be beautiful in East Texas this Friday, stop by and watch Tiger tennis. Well, that's going to wrap up ETBU Extra today, live from CC's in Marshall, Texas. I want to thank Josh McSwain and Adam Ledyard from ETBU SID Department for getting things rolling today so we have a show. And thank you for clicking in today on ETBU Extra. We'll see you next Wednesday at noon, where once again we'll talk about Tiger sports from CC's in Marshall, Texas. So long. Hope to see you in church tonight.